And joining me today is Losene Keita, who fights Ronald Paradeiser at Oktagon 65. That fight is for the Tip Sport Game Changer $1 million finals on December 29th. So, Losene, I wanted to start with the beginning of this year because I knew you were a free agent going into 2024. There was lots of talks about whether you were going somewhere else or you were coming back to Oktagon. What ultimately led you to making the decision you did to come back to Oktagon?
Comfort zone. For me, it was all about comfort zone. And I think I'm doing now MMA 8 years in total, and I didn't start another sport in my life before, so just MMA. So for me, it was comfort zone. I was doing good, great in Octagon. I'm a foreigner, but even the Czech people, they love me. So yeah, and I was like, okay, Keita, watch throw everything away now just because of another promotion and stuff like that. So I say, just keep it just stay home a little bit, and if you later you want to go out, you go out. But I was more comfortable.
I like that. I like that. Now, you went back, but not only did you go back, you went back to sort of a different weight class. Not that you weren't the lightweight champ before, because you were the lightweight champ before, but you had kind of settled into fighting at featherweight. Just this tournament that sort of led you fighting at 155 pounds, or is this something that's going to be a little bit more permanent?
Yeah, I was like, okay, when you come back and it's your home, so you want to come back, want to go for everything, and like, because I couldn't accept it, some random fighter coming for another organization and taking my home from me, So I was like, okay, if you decide to stay, just go for everything, There is no need to, because I was already the champ, like, and every fight, like every single fighter in Tip Sport Game Changer, they were all bigger than me. Like me, the biggest I've been in my fight, it was 77. That's the biggest in my life. I've been in my fight, And this guy are all 80 and stuff like that. Even before, when I was fighting at lightweight, I was max 74. So I say, Keita, yeah, I was like, you're a killer. So if you really want to stay, everything or nothing. And then look now, I'm at the final.
Absolutely. So when this tournament started, like you said, there's a lot of big guys in this weight class. There's a lot of dudes who are way bigger than you. But Paradeiser is a name that's kind of always been on the tip of your tongue since your first fight a few years ago. Yeah. When you were looking at the bracket, was it always kind of in the back of your mind, you and him at the end?
Yeah, for me it was like, okay, if I actually I wanted the Paradeiser to fight him already in the first fight in Game Changer. I told him, bro, okay, you have a big mouth. No, let's go. My first fight in the Tip Sport, you win. You give away the belt, and I'm in the top Game Sport Top Changer, and I win. Okay, that's it. So he didn't want me to be his first fight, so he chose different path, and I chose different path, and we met. And I think even though if I stay in featherweight, I think I will be bored. And if Paradeiser was still the champ, I say, I'm moving up to get the double champ status, because I'm watching the featherweight now. I beat everybody there already,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Now, you mentioned, the lightweight title. You mentioned the Tip Sport Game Changer. Obviously, the pound for pound title is on the line too, right? You guys are ranked number one right now in the Oktagon pound for pound rankings. So, I mean, all three of those things are on the line, but is there one that's like more meaningful for you? Do you care
more the pound for pound, to tell you the truth? Because for me, the pound for pound is like, for me, that I'm a little bit salty about it, for me, because I wake up every morning to go to the gym to be the best. If I cannot be the best in Octagon, I cannot call myself the best in the world. And as long as I'm doing good and I'm really that guy, I should be the pound for pound. For me, the meaning of pound for pound is a guy who dominates. The meaning of pound for pound, the best in different weight classes, right? And I'm the only fighter in Octagon who dominated different, and all the rest I'm literally the only fighter who dominate two different weight classes. I dominate lightweight, and I dominate featherweight, and now I'm still dominate lightweight again. So him be with me. Okay, I understand it for the promo. Now I understand it, but before it was not like that. Before, he was even higher than me in the pound for pound ranking. I was like, bro, how is that possible? He cannot be higher than me. First of all, I beat him, and I am the only guy who dominated two weight classes in Octagon. So how is that possible? So for me, that pound for pound definitely mean a lot for me, because for me, I'm the best. As long he didn't beat me, as long nobody beat me, as long I'm keep winning, there is no reason to change my status who I am.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Now you mentioned too, obviously those three things are the prizes on the table, but you also mentioned the smack talking of Paradeiser, the trash talking of Paradeiser. How much more meaningful has that made this fight for you, or do you just see it as
Nothing.
something that like hypes up the fight?
Nothing. Because for me, to tell you the truth, I don't really care about Paradise that much. Like you guys thinking is that bigger a fight because of I don't see it like that. For me, Paradise, because I respect Paradise's skills. He's a great fighter, but I don't respect him, and because first of all, he needed 3 or 4 times to get the title. And before getting the title, he fought. Nobody he fought have a wins in Octagon. So for me, like, okay, he is the champ now. I respect that he is the champ, but for me, it was not that big a challenge for him to get the title that I did. For me, I went to to fight for the title. I went through him, and I went to Ivan Bushinger, and I became the title. He fought again for the title. So he fought 3 times for the title, and getting the title back again after our fight, he didn't beat nobody in the rankings. So for me, it was like, okay, they try to push this guy a little bit too much, because for me, I say this before, like, stars and things, you don't push them. They are made. There's people who promote themselves. They are who they are. You can push wherever you want somebody, but he gonna cut up. He is who he is. Like for me, he is like, how long in Octagon now? He is there for 3 generations. And now people are talking about him because they are pushing him, but it shouldn't be like that. He is the champ. Even now, people even forget he is the champ. So for me, I don't really care about Paradise. For me, I just see it another fight, go there, beat him, and okay, and take my pound for pound, and I'm this. And about the money, I know it's a big money, but I'm getting paid to do my job, so I don't really care about the money that much. Also, like when I go to job, if I work, I'm getting paid also, and beating Paradise is my job. So I'm gonna make sure I do my job well, and I'm getting paid. That's
I,
it.
I love it. I love it. Now, you mentioned in there too that you respect his skills. Obviously, he's a very skilled
Yeah,
fighter.
he's a
That's
great
how he
fighter.
got here.
Great fighter. Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about how you see this matchup stylistically, and do you see it as being much different than the last time you faced?
Dif- Different for sure, because it was the first time I fought against a southpaw. You know, it was the first time I fought with a southpaw. I didn't know how to fight with a southpaw, and he was tall. And I didn't have that lot of experience. Now look who I I fought every style you can imagine in here. Live, I fought against great wrestler, great grappler, black belt, southpaw. Even for me. It was like God was making me ready for this fight, because before this fight, only this year I fought 4 southpaws. Before this fight, so it's gonna be a lot of difference this time, because now with this Keita, and also I'm a little bit heavier because my first fight against Paradise, I beat him when I was like 74 kilo in the cage. Now I'm heavier. I fought good lightweight. I fought even lightweight who only want to keep me on the ground and stuff like that. So I cannot complain about it. So you're gonna be much better fight.
Well, so then that leads me perfectly to my last question. I love to end these things with a prediction. Last time it went to decision, this time December 29th. How's this one end?
That's the thing about me. I never predict my fight how it's gonna end. The only thing I know that I always predict, I'm gonna win. It's gonna end up like the last time. My hand's gonna go in the air. I don't have a choice. So that's it. I don't know. It's gonna be first round, second round, third round. I don't really care. Even if he wants, we can stand there for 2 hours. The only thing I know, my hand's gonna get in the air. That's my prediction.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. This has been Losene Keita, who fights Ronald Paradeiser at Oktagon 65 for the Tip Sport Game Changer, the lightweight title, and the pound for pound title. And once again, that fight is on December 29th. Losene, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.